Okay, so welcome back guys, and in this tutorial we'll be looking at inputs in Python. The inputs are what the user types in and you can store it as a variable. From here on the code will be a bit more complicated and we can't just do it in the shell. So this is the shell. We're gonna have to create a file, a Python file instead of a shell. So the way we do that is by going to file and then we can go to new file, or you can just type in Control or Command N on your keyboard and you get this window. So what we can do here is we can create a variable called user underscore input and we can set it equal to, now this is the keyword, it's called input and it does highlight in purple color. After input we have the brackets and then in the brackets and in quotation marks you type in what you want to ask the user. So what is your name? And then leave a space so that the user is not typing right next to the the question mark. We have a variable user input which asks for what's your name. Now what do we want to do with it? Well, we can just print it out for now. So we can print user underscore input. So we're getting the input and we're printing it out. Now what we have to do is we need to save this. So we can save this as inputs and save. Okay, and then you can run it. So there we go. The way we can run it is by typing function F5 key, or you can go up here, run, and then run module. So run, what is your name? I'll type in my name, and then it just prints it out. So this is inputs. We've got some inputs going on here. Now, how are these useful? Well, we can ask a question. This is how we get the inputs in our quiz. We need to store each question as a variable, and then we ask the question, and then we need to check for it. So we can do a quick question example. So question 1 is equal to input for who is the CEO of Apple Inc. Okay, so now we can just print out, once they input the answer, we can just say, well done, you have given your answer. We're not going to check for the question yet. That'll be a later on tutorial called if statements. That's a bit more advanced. But for now, we'll just print out, well done, you've answered the question. So save and run. So, oh, this is gonna, okay. So this is actually the perfect time to tell what commenting does. So commenting is basically highlighting out code. You can actually highlight this code out without removing it. So the way we can do that is by just adding in the hashtag in front of it. So option hashtag, and then for this line as well. So now this code won't be read by Python, but it's there. So now if I save it and run it, who's the CEO of Apple Inc? So directly goes into that. So we can type in Tim Cook. Well done, you've given your answer. It's very easy. Well done, guys. You've managed to finish inputs. So that's the end of this tutorial, really basic inputs. I'll see you in the next tutorial.